do the carpenter work. I build quite a few bookcases and stuff like that for different people around Superior that earn what money I could. There was no work otherwise for kids hardly.
Was that the school, the old school in Superior?
Yeah.
That was the only school, right?
Pardon?
Because that was the only school then.
Yeah, that was the only school.
For everybody.
Yeah, that was. Well, the high school was there, yeah, already, but the grade school up through the 8th grade was all in the old school building.
Mm-hmm.
And mechanic, the carpenter work, whatever was done upstairs in the old gymnasium, was upstairs of this old school. And I'd go up there and work on building stuff. I built quite a few bookcases and stuff like that mostly for the teachers.
Oh. Is that where you learned to do most of your work with wood? Is that where you learned to do most of it?
Yeah.
Did you build anything at home?
No, I didn't do hard.
Oh.
No work, carpenter work at home.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I did things like dig post holes and stuff like that. Build fences, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
No building or anything. Those kids didn't, anyhow.
What about, because how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had only, after I grew up, I only had one sister and 4 brothers of us.
How many children did your mom have?
You got me stumped there. 13, I think.
Okay. What was your mom like?
Oh, should I?
What was your mom like? Was your mom a quiet person?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was. She's a hard-working woman, a real hard-working woman, and didn't waste much time spending talking anywhere. We didn't have a telephone or anything like that at that time at first, most of the time. And then when we finally did get that phone, it was a Forest Service phone, and we weren't supposed to use it because it was put in there for fires.
Oh.
Fire danger.
When was that, do you think?
About 1933, 34.
Wow. Did any of you, like if you needed to see a doctor, would a doctor come to the house or did you have to go to town?
Well, I most always went to town.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't very often do house calls.
Did your mom have the kids at home? Did she go to the doctor to have babies or did she have them at the house?
Well, let's see. About half and half, I think.
Mm.
Danny had, when he was born, he had Dr. Doyle, was his doctor.
Mm.
And I don't know the names of the other doctors. I don't really know how many of them she had doctors. Right? Not part of them were just midwives.
Mm-hmm.
They came to the house.
Did your mom have an okay time having babies?
Did she what?
Did she have an okay time having babies?
I don't know. I guess
She was pretty small, wasn't she? Was she a smaller woman?
pretty small.
Yeah. But she seemed to do okay having babies.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did good on that.
That's good. What about your dad?
What about him?
Yeah.
Well, he was a good person. He drank too much. I will admit that.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he was a real good father to his kids. And he's a hard worker. If there's any work in the country, he could find it. And he did mostly carpenter work, but he did other work too. But, mostly woodwork, otherwise than that, wood machines and stuff like that. That's for mine companies and so forth.
So the ranch house is pretty small. Where did everybody sleep?
Well, Margaret slept in the house, and my dad and mother in the house, and those boys all slept in the bunkhouse. The old, at that time it was just the old bunkhouse we had. We all slept up there.
Mm-hmm. Did you get along with your brothers?
Oh yeah.
That's nice. What
Yeah.
about Margaret? Did she like all those boys around?
Yeah, she was pretty easy to get along with. I think she said always said that she was bigger than the rest of us kids, that she could whip us all, so we had to stay in line.
That's good. Yeah, because she was. So Danny's the baby,
Yeah.
and then Huey was the oldest. Is that right?
No, they had two brothers older than Huey,
Oh.
Lawrence and Fred.
Oh, okay.
Both of them weren't around too much. After we grew up, they worked up in Deer Lodge in Milwaukee shops.
Mm.
Both of them had gone to work, they'd gone to school up there and stuff, and they'd more or less moved out of the house, away from the home. At that time, I couldn't remember.
I see. Okay. So Mom brought out the yearbook. I see. Can we take a peek at that? Because you made these for your whole class, right?
Right.
So it says 1938, and there's your signature. And you made these at the school?
Yeah.
Did you design, is this a pine cone here in the middle? That design?
I don't know. Whether I did or not, I don't remember that. I put the name on it, Bonanza, but I don't know what the rest of the stuff.
Did all of your siblings graduate high school?
No. Lawrence and Fred had gone to work, but then Lawrence had quit high school, and he went back and finished high school there after a year or so, and Deer Lodge. And Huey didn't. Huey, after he came down to the ranch, he quit school then as a freshman in high school. And Margaret finished school, and then I came along, and I quit after 2.5 years.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty special, though. Back in the day, not everybody even went to school beyond 8th grade.
Yeah, not to me.
So it must have meant education was important to your family.
Yeah, it was.
That's great. Do you want to show me anything in your yearbook, or do you just want to look at it together? How many people were in your class? Do you remember?
In my class, I think about 5.
Okay.
I was in my class. My class is one of the bigger classes. Well, most of the classes were about 5 or 6 kids at that time. Margaret and I were involved mostly in the design and whatever of the Bonanza, the school book. That's John R. Hanson. He was the superintendent of the school. He started teaching in Superior the same year that I got, it was the first grade.
Oh. Did he raise his family here? Does he have family still here, maybe?
I don't know if he had any kids or not. I don't remember. I kind of doubt it.
Was he a nice man?
He did. I don't think we're there. It's Superior.
Is there a page with your picture on it, Grandpa?
My picture?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think somewhere.
there's the school.
Yep.
This is in really good shape after all this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
You must have really kept it safe.
Yeah, pretty good. It wasn't too old a school. It wasn't. I think it built about 1916, somewhere along there.
Oh, okay. Because what year were you born, Grandpa?
1922.
Okay. And then what year did you go into the service?
1943, January of 1943.
And do you want to talk about your trip over? I know that there was something special about how you got there and how you got back.
In the service?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I joined the service, they weren't drafting down to 18-year-olds at that point. They were 21-year-olds. And they were going to start drafting the 18-year-olds. I knew that was going to start the first of the year it did. It did start on that. And so I knew I'd be drafted right shortly after that. I was between 16 and 17. And I enlisted supposedly into the Air Corps. What my dream was to be a fighter pilot. Of course, most all kids had that dream, I guess. That's as far as it went. They told me I'd take basic training, and then I'd be go into flight training afterwards, but it never came to pass. And a chemical company, and they was afraid they were going to start using gas, so they really pushed us through.
Have you found a picture of yourself yet?
Not yet.
So when you were transported across the ocean, you were on the Queen Mary, right?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was packed, plenty full of people. We ate 2 meals a day, and